So today, we are going completely vertical. We're going to tell the story of a building that didn't just scrape the sky, it literally redrew it. This is the incredible story of the Burj Khalifa and a look at how humanity managed to build the impossible.
Okay, let's just jump right in with the number that says it all. 829.8 meters. Try to wrap your head around that. That's over half a mile straight up into the air. We're talking 2,722 feet. To put that into perspective for you, it's almost 3 times the height of the Eiffel Tower. Staggering.
And you know, since it topped out back in 2009, its title has been completely undisputed. This isn't just a tall building, it is the tallest building on planet Earth. It's a global icon you can recognize in a heartbeat.
But here's the crazy part. It didn't just break one record. It completely shattered a whole bunch of them. Think about it. It has the most floors of any building ever, 163 of them. It's got the world's highest observation deck. Its elevators travel the longest distance, and it's the tallest freestanding structure ever made. It is truly in a league of its own.
So when you see all these incredible records, it just makes you wonder, right? Why? Why on earth would you build something this massive, this ambitious, right in the middle of the desert? What was the big idea here?
Well, it all comes down to a really smart, really bold strategic move. See, Dubai's leadership was looking ahead. They knew the oil money wasn't going to last forever. They needed to pivot, to transform their economy into one based on tourism and international finance. The Burj Khalifa, that was going to be their giant billboard to the world, a sensational statement that you just couldn't ignore.
And there's actually a pretty wild story behind the name. It wasn't always the Burj Khalifa. Originally, it was called Burj Dubai, which simply means Dubai Tower. But then, the 2008 financial crisis hit, and it hit hard. The project ran into huge financial trouble. And who came to the rescue? The neighboring emirate of Abu Dhabi. They provided a massive bailout. So, in a dramatic, last-minute twist at the opening ceremony, they renamed the tower Burj Khalifa to honor Abu Dhabi's ruler, Sheikh Khalifa. Talk about a thank you note.
Okay, so we know why they built it. But how? How in the world do you actually construct something this tall? I mean, the engineering challenges were just on another level. They basically had to invent whole new ways of doing things.
And let me tell you, the construction itself was an absolute sprint. They broke ground in 2004, and get this, by 2007, just 3 years in, it had already soared past the previous record holder to become the tallest building in the world. They finished the entire exterior by 2009 and held the grand opening in 2010. Unbelievably fast.
So what was the secret sauce that made this height possible? A huge part of the answer lies in its unique, Y-shaped design. Now, the architect said it was inspired by a local desert flower, which is a nice touch, but this shape is pure engineering genius. Those 3 wings act as massive buttresses, bracing the tower and making it incredibly stable against powerful desert winds. It's a perfect marriage of form and function.
Here's another huge problem they had to solve. The intense heat. You can't just pour concrete in the middle of a Dubai summer. It's so hot it would set too quickly and crack. So what did they do? Something brilliant. First, they literally mixed ice into the concrete to cool it down. And second, they only did the pouring at night when temperatures were lower. This gave the concrete the time it needed to cure slowly and evenly. All right, here's a little piece of trivia for you. A real, bet you didn't know this kind of fact. Some of the structural steel holding up this shining symbol of the modern Middle East actually came from the dismantled parliament building of the old communist East Germany. How wild is that? A piece of Cold War history is literally embedded in the skeleton of the world's tallest building.
So we've covered how it was built, but what's actually inside this massive structure? Well, it's not just some giant empty spire. People call it a vertical city, and for very good reason.
So let's take a quick look inside this vertical city. Down at the base, you've got the ultra-luxe Armani Hotel and Residences. As you go up, there are 900 private apartments, some of the most exclusive addresses on the planet. And then you have these amazing sky lobbies with swimming pools, a high-end restaurant on the 122nd floor, and of course those world-famous observation decks that give you a view like nothing else on Earth. It's the whole shebang.
But you know, a project of this scale is never just a simple story of steel and glass. To really get the full picture, we have to talk about the human cost, the controversies that are also part of this tower's story. The reality is that the tower was built mainly by migrant workers, thousands of them from South Asia. And during the construction, there were widespread reports from human rights groups and journalists about serious issues.
These reports documented concerns over extremely low wages and that many workers were housed in what were described as abysmal conditions. While only one construction-related death was officially reported, this side of the story is a crucial and very controversial part of the Burj Khalifa's legacy.
So in the end, the Burj Khalifa stands as this undeniable testament to human ambition, to our engineering genius. It proved what we are capable of achieving. But it also leaves us with a really big question for our time. It proved what humanity could build. But in the world we live in today, is this what we should be building? What do you think?